Hello and welcome to another episode of Rock's Garage. I'm your host Dan, and today we're going to be installing part number ACC-1010 on this 2013 Club Car Precedent. Now, this installation is for a product that is universal, so what we are doing today might not be exactly what you're going to do, but the process stays relatively the same. Before we get started, let's take a look at what comes in the box and the tools we're going to need for this installation. When you open up your box, you're going to find your mirror and your bag of hardware. Now let's take a look at the tools we're going to need for the installation. The tools that we have are center punch, tape measure, some safety glasses, Phillips head screwdriver, and a cordless drill with a 1/8 drill bit. Now we've taken a look at the tools, let's go ahead and get started. So the first step in this installation process, and probably the hardest part, is figuring out where we're going to mount our mirror. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tape measure and measure 8.5 inches from the top down onto the strut. I'm just going to leave myself a little mark, and that's where I'm going to line up my top hole of the mirror. Now, line my top hole of the mirror up at that 8.5 inch mark. Use my center punch to mark the hole. And then repeat the process for the bottom hole. If your mirror is moving on you, just do your best to hold it in place and line it back up so that you can mark your bottom hole. The bottom hole is really based on a slot, so it doesn't have to be as accurate as the top hole. Now that the locations for our holes are marked, we're going to take our drill, go ahead and drill those holes out. First, put our safety glasses on, we'll drill those holes. Now I want to note, you only want to drill through the first layer of your top strut. You don't want to drill all the way through. And once you've done that, you can take your screwdriver and the supplied hardware and attach your mirror. Once that's done, I'm going to take the boot, put it around the channel. This can be a little tricky, but just be patient with it, take your time. There it goes. And then take a seat in your cart and adjust your mirror. Now if you purchased a second mirror, you can go ahead and repeat these same steps on the passenger side. Now that you've tightened down all your hardware and you've adjusted your mirror or mirrors, that completes the installation for part number ACC-1010 on this 2013 Club Car Precedent. Thanks for watching this episode of Rock's Garage, and I'll see you next time.